Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be giving my NBA DraftKings picks for Tuesday, December 19th. Now we've got a short slate today on this Tuesday, just a 3-game slate today. So got a quick video for today. I'm just going to go through the player pool sort of from top to bottom, just talk about players I'm looking to target today. I won't be able to hit on every single player, but I'll be sure to touch on the guys that I'm looking to target on this 3-game slate. Before we get started, guys, make sure you drop a like on the video like always. I would really appreciate it. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If this is your first time watching a video on my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Would definitely appreciate it. I do upload these videos daily, so got a lot of content coming out for you guys. Make sure you subscribe so that way you'll never miss out on any of my new videos. And if you guys missed my NFL recap video and my first looks at the Week 16 slate, I uploaded both of those videos on Monday afternoon. Make sure you check those videos out if you didn't watch them Monday. Would really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, looking at today's 3-game slate, starting up top here, for it to be a 3-game slate, got a lot of stud options we can target. Got LeBron, Giannis, Boogie, AD, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, John Wall. So a lot of studs we can put into some lineups today. So starting off, LeBron and Giannis, I'll sort of group them together. If we're just choosing between one of these guys, I'm definitely going to prefer LeBron over Giannis. LeBron's just been playing out of his mind lately. He hasn't played that well this year against the Bucks, and against Giannis has only averaged 52 DraftKings points through 2 games against the Bucks. But like I said, LeBron's been playing out of his mind lately. You look at the game log on his last 7 games. His last 7 games, he's put up over 60 DraftKings points in 7 straight games: 69, 60, 74, 64, 68, 62, and 62 DraftKings points. So this is a great spot for LeBron. You would imagine this game is going to be competitive. And that's when we want to target LeBron. We want to take LeBron when he's going to be in competitive games. So I really like him. If you're choosing between him or Giannis, I'm going to prefer LeBron today. But Giannis has played well this year against Cleveland and against LeBron, going up against LeBron. Has averaged 61 DraftKings points through 2 games this year against the Cavs. He's also been playing pretty well lately. But like I said, I think I prefer LeBron since they're so similar in price. If we sort of were getting like a big discount on Giannis, if he was like $1K cheaper, I'd much rather have Giannis, but since they're only $200 difference, give me LeBron over Giannis today. But both guys are great plays on this slate. It's just a 3-game slate, so we're obviously going to be looking to target both guys in some lineups today. And then looking at the next 2 studs, the Twin Towers, Boogie and AD, 10-7, 10-1, going up against Washington. If we're going to pay up for one of these guys, I definitely think I'm going to be on Anthony Davis today. He might be one of my favorite studs, might be the stud that I look to pay up for today. I just really like this spot going up against the Wizards. I don't think the Wizards really have anybody that can defend these guys, especially Anthony Davis. They don't really have a power forward that can defend him. Obviously, they can put GORTAT on Boogie, but they don't really have like a big. Markieff Morris will probably start and defend Anthony Davis, but that's definitely a mismatch. AD should be able to dominate in this matchup. And as of late, AD's been pretty solid, 56, 49, and 56 DraftKings points in the last 3 games. We know what kind of upside this guy has. I'm usually not on these guys when they're playing together. I usually just target them when one of them's out. But I feel like this is an Anthony Davis crush game where he goes for like 50, 60 DK points. And he does have a very nice price tag of just $10,100. So I like this spot for Anthony Davis. I would prefer him over Boogie today if we're choosing one of the Twin Towers to pay up for. I think Anthony Davis is probably my favorite guy over 10K. I'd probably rank the studs today. I'd probably rank them Anthony Davis, then LeBron, then Giannis, then Boogie. Don't really like this spot for Boogie. Definitely like Anthony Davis, but obviously Boogie is in play. It is just a 3-game slate. You can pay up for all these studs. All of them are in consideration today. And then I would say the next 2 studs we got here, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. Right now, as I'm recording this video on Monday night, Joel Embiid does have the red O next to his name. But that was because he rested on Monday. He is expected to play today, I believe. And if Embiid does play, this is a great matchup going up against the Kings. The Kings are not good defensively against the center. Embiid should definitely be able to go off in this game. I think I would prefer Anthony Davis for 200 more, but we can definitely consider Embiid here. He played well earlier this year against the Kings, putting up 49 DraftKings points, 22 points, and 15 rebounds. You definitely have to worry about some blowout potential here. This game could get ugly, but if it does stay close, Joel Embiid could totally go off. We know what kind of upside this guy has, so definitely a stud we can pay up for today at $9,900. Like I said, I prefer Anthony Davis over him, but Joel Embiid, definitely a guy you're going to want to be considering today. And then looking at the next stud, Ben Simmons, 9,500 going up against the Kings. Not sure if I'm going to be on Ben Simmons here. I don't think he's going to be a guy I look to pay up for today. I think the studs I want are like the guys over 10K. I don't think I'm going to be spending $9,500 on Ben Simmons. Unless we get news that Joel Embiid is not going to play again, then maybe we can consider Simmons. But just at 9,500, I'm either going to be paying up for like the guys over 10K, or I'm just going to be looking to go cheaper. So at Ben Simmons' price tag, I think I'm going to be off of him today. So looking at other options we can target, I would much rather have John Wall for 700 less if you're going to pep at point guard between Simmons or Wall. John Wall is in a really good spot here going up against the Pelicans. They are not good defensively against the point guard. Will be interesting to see who guards John Wall, who guards Bradley Beal. If Drew Holiday guards Bradley Beal, which I imagine he would, that's going to leave Rondo on John Wall, and Rajon Rondo is not the best defender. So this is a great matchup for John Wall, great spot for him. And his minutes are back to normal. He is playing his full amount of minutes, 32 minutes his last 2 games. So the minutes are starting to trend up. Now he's on a restriction here. So he is a guy we can consider at 8,800. If you are going to look to pay up for a point guard today, I'd prefer him over Ben Simmons. Take the savings, take the $700 savings. Go with John Wall, definitely the point guard I would look to target if you're paying up at that position. And then one guy that I really like today, I'm going to try and fit him into most of my lineups. If enough value opens up and I can fit in a stud and Kevin Love, definitely going to be looking to do that today because I love this spot for Kevin Love, no pun intended. It's just such a great matchup for him going up against the Bucks. This team is not good defensively against the center. They've struggled to defend bigs all year. And Kevin Love has torched this team twice this year. They've played twice. And Kevin Love's averaged 53 DraftKings points. In only 30 minutes, he's averaged 53 DK points against this team, averaging 24 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists through 2 games against the Bucks. So great spot for Kevin Love. We know what kind of upside he has. We saw that against the Lakers. I was very high on him that day, and he put up 54 DraftKings points, 28 points, 11 rebounds. Just a really good game from Kevin Love. Obviously, the minutes are sort of a concern. He hasn't been playing like heavy minutes. Did play 35 minutes against the Lakers, 32 minutes against Washington. And I feel like he's going to have a ton of success in this matchup, so I'm not sure why they'd want to bring him off the court here. So really like Kevin Love today at 7,800. I think if I'm going to pay for center and I'm not going to Boogie or AD, Kevin Love's definitely my favorite target there. 7,800 might be one of my favorite plays overall on this slate today. Definitely going to be looking to force him into some lineups. We also got some other guys in that 7K range at other positions. Bradley Beal at shooting guard for 7,700. I don't think I'm going to be on Bradley Beal here. I feel like he's going to be guarded by Drew Holiday, and that is a tough matchup for Bradley Beal. I think if I'm getting exposure to Washington, I'll just find 1K, get up to John Wall, who I like much better, and who I just feel like has a better matchup. So probably going to be off for Bradley Beal. Doubt I'm going to be on Chris Middleton, especially at 7,300. Same with Drew Holiday. Don't think I'm going to be playing at Drew Holiday at 7,100, especially with Boogie and AD both healthy. That really hurts Holiday. That really hurts his usage, just his overall shots. So I'm not going to be targeting those guys in that 7K range. They are obviously in play since it's a 3-game slate. We don't really have a ton of options. But Middleton, Bradley Beal, Drew Holiday, I don't think those are guys. If I'm making like just one lineup today, I don't think those are guys I'm just trying to force into that one lineup. So looking at other options we can target, other options that stand out to me. Dario Saric does seem a little expensive today at 6,100 going up against the Kings. This is a great matchup for Saric. And the guy's been really consistent lately in his last 4 games, 35, 34, 30, and 36 DraftKings points. Obviously, if Joel Embiid returns for this game, that's going to hurt Saric, just his fantasy production. But the guy still managed to produce every game. He's been very consistent lately. Great matchup against the Kings. You definitely have to worry about some blowout potential here. But I still like the spot for Dario Saric at 6,100. I think he's a really good option in that mid-tier, if we're looking in that mid-tier for someone to target today. And if we're looking in this 5K range for some players here to target, really like JJ Redick today, 5,400. Feel like he's way underpriced. Definitely a guy I'm going to be looking to put in some lineups today at 5,400. You just look at his last 4 games, 28, 37, 33, 33 DraftKings points. And at a $5,400 price tag, you only need like 27, 28 DK points for him to return value on this salary. And in a great matchup against the Kings, I would say it's very likely JJ Redick is able to do that today. So if we're looking at the mid-tier and shooting guard, small forward, looking at that position, I think JJ Redick a great option today that feels a little bit underpriced. Really like him at 5,400. Then looking 5K and under for value plays we can go to today. I feel like this is a really good spot for Malcolm Brogdon. I think he is a good value option at 4,800 going up against Cleveland. He has played very well this year against the Cavs through 2 games. He's averaged 35 minutes through 2 games against the Cavs and averaged 32 DraftKings points. The minutes have been trending up for Malcolm Brogdon in his last 2 games, 32 and 36 minutes. The production's kind of been inconsistent, 12 DraftKings points against Chicago, but then put up 34 against Houston. We know with Eric Bledsoe coming to the Bucks, that's obviously hurt Malcolm Brogdon fantasy-wise. But I feel like if this game is close and competitive, Malcolm Brogdon's probably going to be out there closing out the game over a guy like Tony Snell. I think this is a good spot for Brogdon. I feel like he's going to be on the court. So I like him as a value option at 4,800. If you're looking to go cheap at point guard or shooting guard today, I think he makes a ton of sense. Also think we can definitely target Kelly Oubre at 4,700 going up against the Pelicans. Right now, as I'm recording this video on Monday night, Otto Porter is questionable for this game. Obviously, if Otto Porter misses, that's a big upgrade for Kelly Oubre. I know he started their last few games with Porter out. The Wizards did play on Sunday, and Oubre did start in that game against the Cavs, played 29 minutes and put up 25 DraftKings points. He should definitely be locked in for mid-20s in minutes. Might even see over 30 minutes, especially if Otto Porter's out. So great spot for Kelly Oubre. Definitely a good value play, especially if Otto Porter is out. I think he's one of the better value plays on the slate, sub 5K. You got MARCIN GORTAT as a cheap option at center that you could go to. I feel like he is going to have to play plenty of minutes here. They're going to need guys with size to guard Boogie and AD. So GORTAT should see at least mid-20s, if not close to 30 minutes in this game. Obviously, it's not the best matchup against Boogie, but it's very likely he returns value on this salary if he's going to play close to 30 minutes. I don't think center is a position I really want to go cheap at because you have good options up top like Boogie, AD, Kevin Love. I think all those guys we want to consider paying up for. Unless you're playing two centers today, you want to play GORTAT in your util spot. I think that does make sense. He is in a good spot here. He's going to have to play minutes. They're going to need him to guard Boogie and AD. So I think we can go to GORTAT today as a value option at 4,700. And then looking for more value plays if we need to save some money at certain positions. Etuan Moore could be in play at 4,600. We know the guy plays a ton of minutes every night. Obviously, he's not the best fantasy producer. As we saw in his last game against Denver, he played 40 minutes in that game and only put up 12 DraftKings points. But the minutes are going to consistently be there. You're getting a guy at 4,600 who's going to play at least 30, 35, might even see 40 minutes, especially if it's a competitive game. Etuan Moore is going to be playing a ton of minutes. So at 4,600, obviously he makes sense as a value option today. You got George Hill at that same price tag who you can also play as shooting guard. He could see an uptick in minutes here against the Sixers. If De'Aaron Fox is out, that's probably going to help George Hill get a little bit more minutes. And he is also very cheap at 4,600. I would say it's pretty likely he returns value on this salary, especially if De'Aaron Fox is out. George Hill should definitely see at least mid-20s, if not 30 minutes or more. So also like him as a value option. Think he's a guy we can consider at 4,600. And then maybe a couple more value plays, just looking 5K and under for guys we can target. I know Mike Scott's been playing really well lately. He's been taking a lot of minutes away from Markieff Morris. I believe he actually has started a couple games lately. You're looking at his last couple games, 24, 33 minutes his last two games, 30 and 37 DraftKings points. If we get news on Tuesday throughout the day that Mike Scott's going to start over Markieff Morris, then he could definitely be a value option at 4,500. It will be interesting to see who the Wizards plan to use to guard Anthony Davis. Obviously, they're going to put GORTAT on Boogie, but it will be interesting to see who starts at power forward, who is going to defend Anthony Davis. Could be Mike Scott, so he could be a value option at 4,500. Obviously, if Joel Embiid is out again today, that's going to open up Rashawn Holmes as a value option at 4,400. But I have a good feeling Embiid's going to play today, so I don't think we're going to be able to go to him. And I think that's pretty much it for value. I doubt I'm going to be on any of these guys sub 4K. Obviously, you can take a flyer on someone like Garrett Temple or Vince Carter. These guys are probably going to see an uptick in minutes if De'Aaron Fox is out. But these guys don't really have a ton of upside. With Garrett Temple, you're just kind of hoping he shoots the ball well like he did in his last game against Toronto, where he put up 27 DraftKings points, had 18 points. That's the kind of game you're going to hope you get from Garrett Temple, but that's obviously a risky play. So I doubt I'm going to be going there. I doubt I'm going to be on anybody sub 4K. At least not looking at the options. Don't really see anybody I'm looking to target. So I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. It's a pretty short video, just a 3-game slate today. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure you drop a like if you did. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. And good luck tonight, guys. Peace.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, she shaking fast. Yeah, she dropping slow. What? Yeah, neck on fro. What? Whoa, 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 whoa.